So I know the question is, what's like the longest stick? But in reality, doesn't that mean that we're looking for the length line segment that's shortest? Think about it. If that point's right here, then I got an extremely long stick. That stick would not make it around the corner. So with the question being phrased as is, I think we need to interpret how to answer it as, what's the length of the line segment that's going to be the shortest? So I think in my pretty picture, I'm trying to minimize the length D. But the length D is the sum of D1 and D2. Now, if I can put some line segments in here, call that theta. Call this actually the same angle theta. Would you agree in my pretty picture that the ratio of 3 to D1 is nothing more than the cosine of theta? And it's also the case in this right triangle right here, using my right triangle trigonometry, certainly is the case that the sine of the same angle theta is the ratio length of the opposite side of the hypotenuse. But doesn't that mean D1 is this? And D2 is this? But that means the length D, which we're trying to optimize, is nothing more than D1 plus D2. That means D, the length we're trying to optimize, is nothing more than 4 secant of theta plus 3 cosecant of theta. But because I've expressed D as a function of a single variable, let me use the appropriate notation. Now to optimize, I need to dive in and differentiate. So differentiating with respect to theta term by term, I get this. That gives me this. That gives me this. I think that gives me this. I think that gives me this. And I think it tells me this. So if I allow theta to be extreme value 0, and maybe extreme value of pi halves, and maybe an intermediate value of, I don't know, if you set that equal to 0, does that give you the inverse tangent? Okay, let me slow down. So inverse tangent of root 3/4. And if that's the case, close to 0, that's negative, and then positive. That means the original function D, changing D because you're increasing, and I minimize D by choosing a value of theta to be exactly that. So if you don't mind writing out, by the first order test, theta being of that, minimizes the length of D, that answers the question. That was a test-worthy question, I think.